Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new day. It is Monday morning and it is Cinco de Mayo, so happy Cinco de Mayo to all who celebrate. And with Cinco de Mayo, I just realized yesterday that it was going to be Cinco de Mayo, and I usually like to have Mexican food on Cinco de Mayo. So yesterday I knew we had a pork shoulder butt roast in the freezer we bought one in January and I cut it in half and we cooked half of it then, and I had the other half in the freezer still. So I took it out last night. I let it thaw out overnight and it is 8:20 right now. So I just got this in the slow cooker so it can cook all day long on slow. So I did put a tinge bit of water at the bottom. I like to just make sure there's juice at the bottom. I did put salt and pepper and onion powder all over this. And because it was a last minute thing, I didn't have any other stuff to put in there. Like you can put like citrus or like orange or something in there, and all kinds of stuff. So, but it always tastes good either way. And I'm just going to let it slow cook all day long. And we're going to have Carnitas for supper on this Cinco de Mayo. So I'm going to put this back. It's already getting hot. And as side dishes, we got from the pantry a box of this cheesy Mexican rice that we can try. And we got a can of refried beans from the pantry also. So rice and beans from the pantry to supplement our carnitas. Alright, so I'm going to let that cook all day long, and I'll get back with you guys in a bit. Alright guys, so I am editing a video. It's Monday morning. I just put the carnitas in the slow cooker. I'm editing a video from over the weekend, weekend meals, and so I can get this uploaded and posted today, hopefully this morning sometime. So I'm currently editing, and yes, I can edit now, and in a little while I'll show you the computer. But what I did want to show you is my trusty companion Shadow, Patches. So yes, every time I'm at the computer, he likes to be here right next to me. I did have to move him that way because here's my keyboard. He likes to lay across my keyboard right there or right in front of me, but he tends to push buttons on the keyboard, which makes things happen on the computer. So I had to scoot him a little bit, and he's taking his nap now, as is Gypsy. Hi, Gypsy. She's laying down there taking her nap, and Blackie and Prissy are taking a nap also. So yeah, it's what time is it? 8:51 right now, and I'm gonna continue working on my video. Oh, Patches raised his head. Hi, baby. Patches. So Corey had asked if Patches was a male or a female. He is a male. Patches is a male. So yeah, he is my little love bug, and yeah, I love him so much. All right, so I'm gonna let him sleep there. All right, so I'm gonna continue editing so I can get this video to you guys, and I'll catch up in a bit. Hey everyone, so it's 3:20 in the afternoon now, and haven't done too much. So, but I did want to show you my new computer, and I've already thanked a couple folks for the donations, and a third person donated, Courtney, and so I did end up getting a mini PC. And if you remember, I got one. I've showed it a couple times. I have it hooked up to the big TV right there. But that mini PC, it runs good, but it's not powerful enough. It doesn't have enough RAM to edit videos or anything like that. So it's more on the slow side, and I tried editing videos on it, but I just would get a lot of lag. So I got what I wanted to get a tablet because I've always done editing on tablets. I pretty much did everything on tablets. I didn't really work on a computer like a Windows computer at all. But some tablets are a little more expensive, especially if you want one where you can edit, meaning more RAM and more memory, things like that. So I wanted to stay within the budget. So I looked around. I was looking at laptops. I did find a laptop I wanted, but it still wasn't in the budget. And I didn't want to put too much out there for a laptop. Because I've always worked on tablets and hardly anything on Windows, so I didn't want to put a lot of money into the Windows system. So I looked around at mini PCs, knowing I already had a mini PC, but if I could find one with more RAM, so that I could edit videos on it, and more storage on the system. I happened to find one on Amazon. I never heard of the brand name before, but I'm going to show it to you. And so far it's worked really good. Let me see when I got it. I've had it for about, I have no idea. I'm going to check Amazon to see when I got it. Maybe about less than a month, I know that. Because I have till May 15th to decide whether I want to keep it or not. And okay, it got here on, well, a month. It would have been here on April 15th. So I've had it since April 15th. And I've done quite a bit of editing on it, and there's no lag on it at all. It's been working good. I haven't had any problems with it. It's compact. It has a lot of memory on it, or storage, I should say. It has a lot of storage on it, so I could put a lot of video on there. But I also would use external storage, and it had enough RAM where I could edit videos. That was the most important thing, is I needed enough RAM to edit videos. So I'm going to show you my mini PC now. And Courtney, thank you for the donation. And so everyone who donated to help me get a new PC, laptop, or a tablet, I went with the mini PC. So thank you all for those donations. I appreciate it so much. And yeah, so I'm going to show you what I got. And it was $148. And that's pretty good price for what I got on there. And yeah, it's a newer brand, so always skeptical, always leery of buying a new brand. I can't say the word right now. And I was, but there was features on here that I liked. So I figured if I ordered it through Amazon, I'd still, if it didn't work out, I could always send it back. So far it is working out. So I'm going to show you the mini PC, my setup, and let's get to that. What are you barking at? All right, everyone. So just wanted to show you my mini PC. This is the mini PC. And let me just measure this for you. I should have done that before. Just so you can get an idea. I mean, look at my hand. It's like I can grip it with my hand. That's how small it is. All right, so it is 4.5 inches. And it's square, so it's going to be the same. So it's 4.5 inches all the way around. So that's how small it is. That's why they call them mini PCs. They're not the big towers. Really convenient if you're tight on space. So so now when I speak of RAM to edit videos, my other mini PC has 4 gigabytes of RAM. That basically allows you to, you know, look at YouTube and scroll through websites and stuff. It's not enough to do anything else. So when I bought that mini PC, I didn't know much about that stuff. So I figured it would work, anything would work, but it did not. It lagged all the time. And so when I was using my tablet, it was working fine, but it started to slow down and freeze. And I'll talk about that in a minute. But this mini PC, as you can see, has all kinds of connections. It has 3 USBs. So USB, basically what you use to charge stuff. So there's 3 of those connections, one there, one right here. This little white one connects for the mouse. My mouse is wireless, but is not Bluetooth. And the reason being, when you have a mini PC, you don't have one of those scrolling things like on a laptop where you can move your hand on it and it moves the cursor. If you have to shut this off, you need something to move that cursor when it turns on. And this does not have one of those scrolling bars or whatever, scrolling pads or whatever. So, and I did not want a mouse or keyboard with a wire, but I did want it to be USB. So this runs off of AA batteries, I believe. And as soon as this goes to this, so as soon as I put that in, this and the keyboard works. So if this ever gets shut off and I turn it back on, I know I'm going to have a mouse to move the cursor now. So that's the one thing to think about when you buy a mini PC. Here's another USB connection right here. This is connected to my external storage drive. This here has 1,000 gigabytes, basically 1 terabyte of storage. And I've got a lot of bird videos on there. So that's what I was doing yesterday. I was spending a lot of time going through my files and trying to organize them, but it just got to the point where you didn't want to see them anymore. So that's 3 USB storage. One thing that attracted me to this one is it has a USB-C connection. If you have Android, USB-C is your connection. And a lot of like mini PCs that I looked at did not have a USB-C. And when I saw this one had one, perfect. Because I have a couple cords that are USB-C to USB-C. So I leave this connected all the time. And when I transfer my files from my camera, my vlogging camera, I just hook it up to here. And it's already hooked up to the PC, so I can just go in the files and transfer. And it transfers pretty quick, so I'm happy about that. And another thing that I liked about this one is it has the larger SD card adapter. So on a lot of laptops nowadays, they give you the mini SD card connectors. So this is the SD card. If I take this out, nowadays laptops have that little slide-in thing for where you have to slide this little card in, and sometimes it can pop out of there like fly across the room or something. But what used to be are these bigger SD cards, but they come with the slot there where you can slide the mini SD card in there. And then I can just put it in here, slide it in here. and now it's hooked up to the PC. So that's another thing I liked, is that it had the bigger SD adapter slide in. So a couple of things that I liked about it. So those are the external things that I liked about it. The internal is the RAM for editing videos. This has 8 gigabytes, I think, which is plenty for editing videos. And the storage capacity, I think, was 500 gigabytes. So, and that's a good thing with all the birdcam videos I use, and I have to transfer onto the computer. They take up a lot of storage if I don't start editing quick. So this is it. This is the mini PC. This is the new PC, and I've been editing all my videos on it since I got it, and it works fine. So I'll just go to the computer and show you here. Let's just look at the computer here. So this is my keyboard. It came as a matching set with my mouse. So just having this white USB connector in there operates the keyboard and the mouse. So I don't need a separate one for the keyboard. And that's my Bluetooth speaker. And this is my monitor. Also a thing, let me back you up a little bit. Yeah, let's just back it up. Also, with mini PCs, when you buy mini PCs, it does not come with a monitor unless you find one that has a complete set to it, and it does not come with sound. So that's why I have the Bluetooth speaker. I have it Bluetooth to the PC, and via HDMI cable I connected to the monitor from the mini PC. So now I have a monitor. I got this monitor a long time ago, probably 3 or 4 years ago, and it's over 20 inches. But so yeah, so this is my PC, and let me open my my editor. I use CapCut. I was using CapCut on my tablet before the whole TikTok CapCut thing got taken down. They have been since restored. CapCut did not get restored right away, so I had to find a new editor, but it has since been restored. The only thing I can say is I kind of miss editing on my tablet. Maybe it was because I was so used to it, and editing on Windows, a little different outlook, different, structure to the screen. So, but I'm getting used to it. So if I just brought some video clips over, and okay, so it's playing now. And at this point, with my other mini PC, if I would have started playing, I would have got red bars right here. Right now I have green bars, but it would have been lagging already. So this is working out pretty good. I haven't had any issues editing my videos. And just so you know, this is how I go through all the video clips of the bird cam. On a full SD card, I get 37 clips, and each clip is 9 minutes long. So I just take my scrolling bar here, and I just semi-quickly scroll through until I see something move in the bird feeder, and then I know there's footage there to be kept. So if I do that, oh, see, you saw birds quick, so I know to go back there and let it play and see if it's clips I want to keep in there. So yeah, this is my editor. I know it looks like a lot of stuff to do, but I'm getting used to it, and it's working out good. So I just wanted to show you that. Now here is my tablet that I was editing all my videos on, and I was able to edit my new camera videos on here, but the transfer was very slow and the editing was getting glitchy. This tablet is starting to freeze a lot, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all my images and stuff off of here and transfer them to my external storage drive. I'll show you all. I have over 2 gigabytes of just images. Some of them are thumbnails, but some of them are AI images that I used for stickers or any ambience videos, and there are a lot on here. So I'm going to transfer all that to my external storage drive. I'll hook the tablet up to the computer so the computer can see the tablet, and then I'll just transfer all the files. And then once I get all the files transferred off of here, I'm going to reset it to day 1. And what that means is that very first day you receive this, or I receive this, you can do it to any of your tablets or phones or computers. Take everything off that you want to keep, and then in your settings it's a reset, manufacturer reset, something like that. And what it does, it resets this to like the first day you got it. So when you reset it, it wipes everything out and it's like starting over. So you'll have to set up your Google account, you know, everything you had on here. And that usually will help the freezing and all that's happening to this right now. I think it's happening because I have so many images and videos on here that it's just taking up that room, and yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reset it to day 1 and then try to see if my video editing will become faster on here. And then whether I'm sitting here at my computer desk or on the recliner or whatever, then I could use either one. So, because I like the tablet, I don't want to buy the only reason I would buy another tablet is for the bigger size, but I just can't justify that right now, because this was a good working tablet, and if I reset it, it should be good working again. So I'll work with that. But now I have my new computer set up, and I'm happy with it so far. Nothing has given me any inclination that something's wrong with it or anything. So, all right. So thank you all who donated to that, and I appreciate that. And now I could edit videos without all the issues. So thank you so much. The other thing I wanted to go over, I'm going to open up my YouTube right now. And Courtney she has been a subscriber for a long time. And Courtney has recently started her own YouTube page or channel. And her YouTube handle was Courtney, and then I think there was something else behind it. But it has since changed, and I'm going to take you to her YouTube channel so you can go over there and subscribe to her and give her some support. Let's go. Alright, so this is her channel, Family Fun Forest. They're a family that likes nature, also like me, and the outdoors. Now Courtney does food pantry hauls, grocery hauls, cooking, baking. She cans These are her videos so far. Yeah, go give Courtney some support. Family Fun Forest, that is her page. Subscribe to it if you want to watch basically the same things that you watch on my channel. And I think Courtney and I are we're alike in some of the stuff here. And yeah, so there you go. Family Fun Forest, new channel to watch. So if I remember, and you know I'm very bad at remembering to put links in the description, that's why I'm showing you the page, Family Fun Forest. So go subscribe to Courtney's channel. Alright, so I wanted to show that to you guys. And I think that's it for now. Yeah, just kind of wanted to go over that and show you my new computer. A mini PC is what I decided on to stay within a certain budget. And it's working for me so far. So, alright, so I will get back to you guys in a bit. Alright everyone, so the carnitas are done and it's time to get supper going. And I'm going to make this cheesy Mexican rice. So I've got 2.5 cups of water. You just follow the directions on the box. 2.5 cups of water, about a tablespoon of butter, the uncooked rice, and the seasoning packet. It's like basically cooking regular rice on the stove top. Just going to bring it to a boil, then turn the heat down and cover it and let it simmer for like 25 minutes. It's pretty close to how I make regular white rice. I usually use 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water, about a tablespoon of butter, a little salt, and whew, that smells like jalapenos or something in there. Smells like hot peppers. And then I do usually, once it comes to a boil, I usually cook it for about 25 minutes. And then I toss it and let it sit for about 10 minutes with the heat off. But that's just how I cook regular rice. So the carnitas took about 6.5 hours on low. So, and there is a big bone in there, so not all of that is meat. And there is also a thick layer of fat in there. So we'll see how much we get out of it. I'm sure it'll be for sure 2 nights. Alright, so I'm just gonna let this come to a boil. And then we'll cover it up, turn it down, and let it simmer. Alright everyone, so it is supper time and it's time to eat some carnitas. I did make the El Paso cheesy Mexican rice. And for myself, not a fan. Even though it was very bland, I did add salt and pepper to it. It was very bland. But there's a particular taste in there that I didn't care for. So Glenn is having some. He said he doesn't really care for it, but he'll have some. So there's that on the rice. So we got the rice there, and I have the refried beans on the stove, which I will have. So they're warm now, and now Glenn is taken care of. So now I'm going to make my tacos. Alright, so I've got the comal. I've got 3 tortillas on there. There's only 2 burners, but that middle stays warm. So I try to keep one of the tortillas in there. So until I take off one of these, and then I can scoot it. So the rice over here and the beans right here. I did put some shredded cheese in there. Melted it inside the beans. This burner is really hot, so I'm using a knife to flip them over. That scraping is irritating, I know. Oop. Alright, we'll see you guys back at the counter. Alright, so we're going to make my tacos now. The only thing I put on mine is some salt. And I normally do fresh lime and squeeze the juice on it, but this was a last minute thought, so I just got some lime juice in the refrigerator. Look at that meat. Woohoo. And I just kind of shred it on the tacos. Ooh, it's hot. I have the slow cooker on warm. It did get done a lot earlier, and then I shut it off for a while, and then I just turned it on warm like an hour ago or so. It's nice and warm in there. Ooh, some fat in there. Oh. Ooh, juicy stuff in there. Even though there's a big bone in here, there's still plenty of meat in there. And it tears right off, so I don't have to struggle to get it off. All right. All right, just put a dash of salt. And squeeze some lime in there. Yeah, it makes the tortilla a little soggy, but that's okay. Messy is good. And I like the flavor. So let me grab some beans. Alright, so this was one can. That can we got from the pantry. Glenn he doesn't want no beans, so I'm going to have that. And let's see how many times I can eat off this can of beans. Alright everyone, so that's going to do it for supper on this Cinco de Mayo. Some carnitas with refried beans. And I did make that cheesy Mexican rice from the pantry. So that's going to do it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch my videos. I appreciate all of you and the support you give my channel. And with that, remember to live life, be good to yourself, and be good to others. Until next time.